In this video, let's explore how to work with dates and times in PHP. We'll be covering some of the fundamental functions that PHP provides for handling date and time. First, we will start with the date function, which allows you to format timestamps into human-readable strings. Then we will see the time function, which is used to get the current timestamp. Finally, we'll explore the mktime function, which lets you create timestamps based on specific dates and times. Before we dive into the functions, let's understand what a Unix timestamp is. A Unix timestamp represents the number of seconds that have elapsed since January 1st, 1970, at 0 hours, 0 minutes, and 0 seconds Coordinated Universal Time, also known as the Unix epoch. For example, the timestamp 1,672,531,200 corresponds to January 1st, 2023. The time function in PHP is quite simple. It takes no arguments and returns an integer, which represents the current Unix timestamp. Here's how you can use it. Within the PHP tags, we create a variable named currentTime and assign it the result of the time function. When you echo the value of the currentTime variable, you'll get the current timestamp as a large number. Now let's explore the date function. This function takes a format string as its first argument and an optional timestamp as its second argument. It returns a string representing the formatted date and time. If no timestamp is provided, it uses the current time. Here's an example. To display the current date and time, you can call the date function with the format string year, month, day, hour, minute, second. To format a specific timestamp, you can pass the timestamp as the second argument like so. Call the date function with the format string fjy, and the time function as the second argument. The date function uses specific characters in the format string to represent different parts of the date and time. Let's look at some common date and time format characters. For date formats, Y represents a 4-digit year, such as 2023. M represents the month as a number from 01 to 12, D represents the day of the month from 01 to 31, and F represents the full month name, such as January. For time formats, H represents the hour and 24-hour format from 00 to 23, I represents the minutes from 00 to 59, S represents the seconds from 00 to 59, and A represents AM or PM. The mktime function allows you to create a Unix timestamp for a specific date and time. It takes the hour, minute, second, month, day, and year as arguments and returns the corresponding Unix timestamp as an integer. Here's an example of how to use it. Within PHP tags, we create a variable named timestamp and assign it the result of the mktime function. We set the hour to 14, the minute to 30, the second to 0, the month to 12, the day to 25, and the year to 2023. We then use the date function to format this timestamp and display it. Now let's look at some practical examples of how you can use these functions in your PHP code. Here is how you can display the current date in different formats. You can echo the string today concatenated with the date function with the format string fjy. You can also echo the date function with the format string lgia. Here is another example on how to calculate someone's age. First, create a variable named birth and set it to the result of calling the mktime function with their birth date. Then, set the variable now to the time function. After that, create a variable called age seconds and assign it the result of subtracting birth from now. Finally, create a variable called age years and assign it the result of passing age seconds divided by 315,360,000 to the floor function. Here are the key takeaways from this video. The time function returns the current Unix timestamp, representing the number of seconds since the Unix epoch. The date function formats timestamps into readable strings, allowing you to display dates and times in various formats. The mktime function creates timestamps from specific dates and times, enabling you to work with past or future dates. These three functions form the foundation of date and time handling in PHP. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.